Hello everybody and welcome to the Magic of White Pages with Laura, that would be me, and we are going to be doing my very first TBR. Oh my goodness, did I say TBR in the last video instead of wrap up? I can't remember. Anyways, my first TBR. This will be my January TBR. I actually have quite a few books that I already have that I'm currently planning on reading, so I have a few that are already decided. Then we're going to go to my TBR jar, which I only have, the way I do my TBR jar is I listed up every book that I have up until like a few months back. Then anything that I've recently gotten in any hauls, anything that I've recently got like during Christmas or anything like that, all of those are not in my TBR. That way that I'm not reading all my new stuff and I'm reading my older stuff. Now the exception is anything that is in a series, but with series I'm planning on rereading the whole series through for some of them. Not all of them, just some of them. Certain ones. Alright, so let's get on with it. For my TBR of January 2016, you guys saw 2015, didn't you? Nah, even I wasn't kidding myself. I have planned that way too much that I wasn't going to say it. And the lighting on here makes my hair look blonde. It's not though. My hair is brown. It's just the lighting in my crappy video. Alright, so I'm actually in the process of listening to The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis in my car on my way to work at the moment. I am on disc 2 and there's 4 discs. So that being said, I might actually have this done in just about a day or so. So this will take me pretty fast. And I enjoy it, I love it, I want to read through the whole series. I have, if you watched my previous video, then you know that I've actually already listened to The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Yeah. I'm also in the process of right now, and for some reason my hair is driving me crazy. I call it my Hermione hair because it goes all wacky on me. It doesn't want to stay in any place, and if I try and brush it or straighten it, then it gets possessed and just... There's no such thing as straightening my hair. A few hours, it's back to going. Huh. So much stuff has to go into this, surprisingly. And I wish it wasn't like this right here, because like it literally, the light on it makes it look so... Okay, I'm gonna end up editing that out. I'm reading Towering by Alex Flynn. You probably can't see the words because they are backwards. Backwards. Haha, backwards. Ignore that corny joke. Anyways, I'm enjoying this. I am more than halfway done this book, and it is really enjoyable. Not perfect, but enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. Might even make 4 stars. Yeah, I'd probably see it as 4 stars. I'm generous. I don't like giving bad stars if I don't have to. It has to be really bad for me to give it really bad stars. Really bad for me to give it really low stars. My brain is slower than my mouth. Then after that, I'm hopefully going to be reading A Kiss in Time by Alex Flynn. This will be my last Alex Flynn book that I own. I've already read Cloaked and Beastly and Bewitched, which was my least favorite out of all of them so far. And I plan on eventually getting Mirrored. But, A Kiss in Time. It's convenient that I'm reading something about kissing. I've never even kissed anybody. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm probably editing that out too. Then another Alex book, but it's not Alex Flynn. It is Alex London. It is called Proxy. Then I'm going to read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. My beautiful, beautiful bragging Barnes & Noble copy of this book. Guys, it's beautiful. Look at the inside of this book. I can't stop loving on these books, and it smells so good, and that looks so stupid, and it just smells so good, and I'm just not going to sniff it again right now. Not while I'm on camera. Again. So, this will be my second time reading this. I read it when I was 12, but I'm starting to realize I may have possibly read an abridged child's version of it, because I started reading a couple pages of it earlier, just teasing my sister about it, because I do that sometimes. She'll come in my room and she won't stop talking to me, and I'll get like annoyed and I'll just stare at her and I'll be like sitting here like holding a book going like this, just like waiting. oh, that's got some nice reflective lighting on it. Anyways, so she'll come in and she'll start talking and talking and talking, and I'll be in the middle of a book. So sometimes I'll take a random book on my shelf, and a lot of the times it's a classic book, and I'll just start reading it out loud to her until she gets annoyed and leaves. Because she'll be like, stop reading that, it's just, stop, you're creeping me out, or whatever, and things like that. And I'll be like, well, I would like to finish my book. So this is one I will not be completing this month. This is one that I'm just working on throughout the year. I read a little bit of it. I try and read a little bit of it every night. It depends on how tired I am after I get off work and I keep playing with my hair. And that would be the complete fairy tales, complete Grimm's fairy tales by the Grimm brothers. That they don't have their name just popped up in here. I think one of them's name is Wilhelm or something like that. But anyways, that being said, I am actually relatively deep into here. Like, if you look, I'm like this far out of the almost 800 pages in this, and I only read like a few stories at a time, maybe 10 pages, so it's going to take me a while, probably the rest of the year, to get through this. Sometimes I have times when I'm just really in the mood for Grimm stories, and I'll read like a lot more than what is my normal regimen, I think is the word I'm looking for. Don't correct me on that, please, because I know I say a lot of words in the wrong places. But Grimm's Fairy Tales, beautiful Barnes & Noble edition to get in. Whoa! Y'all see the sun? Let's do it again. Whoosh, whoosh. Okay, stop it. The other one, it will take a little bit longer, but it's a little bit longer for me to read than obviously this month, because it's another one I'm just reading a bit at a time because I just love it so much. That is, guys, stay. It is Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson's Greek Heroes, and the words are backwards, so enjoy the mirrored image of my video here. And I am actually almost to the halfway point. Nearly to the halfway point on this one. And oh my gosh, guys, if you are a Percy Jackson fan, you have to read these stories. The way he narrates it from Percy's perspective is so hilarious. If you are in one of those moods where you just really need something comical, you have to get one of these books. Either the Greek Heroes or the Greek Gods ones. They're so funny. Like, there is this one line, and I'm sorry, I'm going to do, technically it's a spoiler, but there is this one specific line where it's supposed to be Zeus, and he's supposed to be trying to pick up this girl, and I can't remember which one she is, but she is Perseus's mom, the actual Perseus from the Greek stories, not Perseus as Perseus Jackson. And he comes in, he's like, turns himself into 24 karat glitter, and he comes in, and here's his pickup. This is Percy's rendition of what Zeus would use as a pickup line. Hey girl, you fine. You wanna hang out? It's like, and then 9 months after the glitter incident. I'm sorry, it's more funny when you read it. I apologize, but there's just so many funny things, and him taking advantage of what you would call a donkey. You know, just like they did with the D word in one of the books, you know, I can't remember which book, but I'm pretty sure it might have been, it was either like 3 or 4, but, you know, I am so sorry, I can't remember which exactly book that is. I just think of the whole thing as like just one giant book, so it's hard for me to separate them besides like the first and second one, which I know which stories are in there, but you have to read it. It's amazing. That is the last one that I actually have already picked out because I was trying to finish those in December. What possessed me to think that I could finish all of that in December? I don't know. But I did read 17 books. 17 books, guys. So, we are going to be, this is my TBR cup because I could not find a jar. And my mom wouldn't let me use her jars because her jars are antiques. And she's like, you gotta break them. You gotta break them. And I'm just like, okay. So, we're going to do my lovely Ninja Turtles cup. One of many. I have a Ninja Turtle problem. You might as well know that as a random fact. Because I have loved Ninja Turtles since I was like 9 or 10. And my entire room is covered in those. Other than the amazing amount of books that I own, the only thing comparison would be in my amount of my Ninja Turtle obsession. We're talking about anything Ninja Turtles, including like pillows and stuff. Anyways, I'm off track again. So we're almost to the end of this video. Alright, I am going to pick probably 3 because after finding out I could read 17 books in the month of December, I'm also not planning on finishing the Grimms this month, and I'm not planning on I'm okay with not necessarily finishing the Greek Heroes. I would love to be able to finish that one and start on the next one, but I'm not going to push it because I want to be able to enjoy it and not be like... So, that technically only gives me 3 books and an audiobook so far. So I'm going to grab like 3. So, sitting here, I'm not cheating, I don't know what's on these, but I will say these are all books that I have owned for a while or a part of a series that is the next book in a series that I need to read. And I don't want some of the series, I don't want to forget what I've already read. So, anything else that has recently been hauled or stuff I don't have. So, the first one that I have picked out, please be a good one, please be a good one, is... This is exactly the book I was thinking about when I just said that. And that is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Mass. I know it's Mass, and I still say Moss because a YouTuber I was just recently watched says Moss, and I just said that because it was in my head. But Queen of Shadows, you can't read it. It is backwards. I didn't write it backwards. My video is backwards. So, Queen of Shadows. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea. It is like my top 2015 series books, anything at all. Kind of, I'm blurry. Why am I blurry? Blurry. Favorites. Just so happy. So, Queen of Shadows was the first one I drew. And the next one is The Paladin Prophecy by Mark Frost. I don't have anything against the book, but I did find out what scratch and dent means from Book Outlet, which made me very sad because everything up until that point I was okay with. I mean, you say scratch and dent, right? And this is just... There we go. No. No! Stop! I feel like I'm poking my face. Alright. But anyways, Paladin Prophecy by Mark Frost. I will show you and you will understand what I mean. Since we're on it anyways. Yes! Yes! The other book I really, really liked that I really wanted to read the other one for! And it is Ice Like Fire by Sarah Rash. And I adore her. She added me on Goodreads. She is so awesome. And oh, I just ripped the thing. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Anyways. I feel bad though because I didn't draw any ones that are relatively older. In fact, the Paladin Prophecy, the only reason I even counted that one in there is because I bought a paperback version of it about 4 months ago and I had gotten it for $3. But I have a problem with paperbacks. If I can get everything in hardcover, I would. Everything. The only thing is sometimes I have a cover preference and sometimes I like the covers for something that is only in paperback than I do in something that is hardcover, which is what they're doing a lot nowadays. They'll come up with a new cover for something and put it only in the paperback form, like the new Percy Jackson covers or the Ugly series and stuff, and yeah. So, but that being said, so I technically got the hardcover of this recently on Black Friday, but now I'm going to show you why it's driving me crazy. This is why. This is the Paladin Prophecies. And this is actually a pretty nice cover. But there's no dust jacket, and that makes me so angry. You guys should have saw the video when I opened this. I did an unboxing video, guys. But you should have saw the anger. It said scratch and dent. I should have realized that could mean possibly no dust jacket, right? But I didn't think they would do that to me. I didn't think that. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. I was just so excited And I was just like, yes! And it'll match my hardcover copy of the second book. So now, that was the only reason I made a face when I drew that out of there, because I do actually want to read this. It's pretty cool. So, obviously, Paladin Prophet. Ice like fire! Guys, I love this series so far. I mean, it wasn't a 5 for me. I think it may have been a 4, but I loved it so much. It's like, I may have given it a 5. I can't remember. But I know that there was a little bit of slowness in there that made me, you know, think about giving it a 4 if I didn't give it a 4 and I give it a 5. Then if I did give it a 5, it was probably more like a 4.5. But I loved it. And I really like the author, which really helps with that. I just recently found out that I gave the first book of this a 4-star rating. What was wrong with me? I need to go change that. I need to. I have to. I have to. I mean, these books, like, I had been wanting to read these for actually over a year before I finally got a hold of the first book. Then, I was too cheap to go out and buy the second and third one, which were already out when I finally read the first one. The first one, my libraries, we had 3 libraries in the area. My library card works on all of them. And none of them have Throne of Glass. What's up with that? Tell me that. Tell me what's up with that. But all of them had the second and third one. So I had to buy a copy of the first one, and I bought it in hardcover, and I was really excited about that. Nothing wrong with that. It's really awesome. I love having hardcover copies. But afterwards, I was having a little bit of money problems, and I was trying to be really good, and I was doing this thing where I would read half of the book from the library, and if I really, really liked it, I'd go to the store, or I'd order online the book for myself. Well, the Throne of Glass series, I loved it so much. I read all of Crown of Midnight and all of Air of Fire before even buying them, which made me delay in buying them longer and longer and longer. Well, I recently have the whole series now, all of them that's out at the moment. And I got this one when it came out, and I've been wanting to read it, but I'm trying to be very, very good about not reading anything that I just purchased. And I got this when it came out, and it's been sitting on my shelf, guys. It's been sitting on my shelf. Because, not because I didn't want to read it or because I don't want to get to it, but because I have priorities where I want to get through all of the books that have been sitting on my shelf for years. And I have done so good, that how could I possibly still have Winter not read, Snow, Ice like Ash, like Ice like Fire, Queen of Shadows. There is a lot of new books that I have been wanting to read so bad, but I've had them on pause specifically because of the fact that I do not want to leave books just sitting there and not being read. If I don't like them, then I can trade them in and get new books. And I'm okay with that. But I have to read them and know that I'm going to read them. Why are they sitting there if I'm not going to read them? You know? So, that'll be the end of this video. I'm going to read a quick Madlib real quick. See if I can keep a straight face. And, uh-oh. What? Come on, tell me that I wrote another one. Okay, here we go. This Madlib is called Alligators. An alligator is a black-looking reptile. Its stinky eye and unfruitful jaw, with its sharp elves, can scare the superheroes off of you. Alligators and crocodiles are lazy. Oh, they are lazy-blooded reptiles and are phones of the dinosaur family. They are intelligently. We're just going to say intelligently, because I think I said intellectually. Intelligently. Found in the tropical sodas and the whaling marshes. Never get too close to an alligator, as they can bite your mirror. Yeah, your mirrors off. Mirrors in half. There we go. They can bite your mirrors in half with one snap of their smiling jaw. Today, it is very fashionable to use fake alligators' design on expensive whoopery? I think that's what that wrote. I think that's what I wrote. Ow. Sorry. Also, very popular, a fake alligator. I cannot read my own writing, guys. There's something wrong here. Oh, pantry. Pantries. Okay. Popular are fake alligator pantries, which men wear around their deer to keep their monkeys from falling down. To keep their monkeys from falling down. I don't think that's funny. Nope. Anyways, the next Mad Lib that we have, and I did it again. I didn't mark. Alright. So for the next Mad Lib that I need some words for, guys. I need some words. Give me some words. Nothing vulgar. Nothing perverse, please. Okay. So the words that I need is, I need an adjective, an animal noise, a color, an adjective, a type of vehicle, an adjective, a type of food, an animal, an adjective, a verb, no, an adverb, something large, an adjective, another type of food, has in plural 2 times, adjective, plural noun, verb ending in ing, and a type of liquid. So, yep, that is the end of my video. Thank you for watching. I may have to chop this down. I did a little bit of talking crazy all in there, but thank you so much for watching and taking your time to sit here through my rambling and stuff. So, I'm hoping you get on here again. We'll see how long it takes to edit this stuff and things like that. I'm so new to this. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. But thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for just sitting through all of this. And even if you cut it off halfway, thanks. If you liked it, push the likey button. If you didn't like it, then there's an exit stage right from the computer, the tablet, the phone. Just walk away. Yep. There is a back button. Anything like that, just please don't push the dislike button. Please. I'm begging you. Alright.